8 years is a long time. You definitely have some really, really good experience.
I discovered trading 8 years ago when my friend introduced me to a company. So I've been trading for 8 years and I've been unprofitable for 6 years.
How much have you withdrawn so far with GoFund Trader?
I think it's around $8,000 or $9,000 so far.
Okay.
So I've noticed my consistency on Goat Funded Trader is much better than other prop firms because of some of these limitations. But those limitations are actually there. It seems like to help the trader to, make them a bit more consistent. And I feel like they're doing that really well, keeping traders more consistent.
And what's your risk approach that you use to secure your payout?
So with Goat Funded Trader, I pretty much keep my risk just around 1% risk and I aim for the
So, hi Zamco, it's a pleasure to have you onboarding on this testimonial call with GoFunded Trader. I will be walking through this call. I will be asking you a couple of questions. First of all, can you introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do besides trading?
Yeah, my name is Zamco. I've been trading for 8 years now, and what I do besides trading is not much. I'm kind of moving into the education space because I am quite bored. I don't really like to do education, but I'm just bored. I want to spend some time doing something else other than trading. So I try to do some social media stuff on the side. But yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great. A lot of traders actually start actually get introduced to the educational work because like trading, as you know, is like not a matter of quantity; it's just a matter of quality of the
Yeah.
trades. That's great. And on top of that, how you discover trading? How long have you been trading for?
Yeah, so I discovered trading 8 years ago when my friend introduced me to a company. So it was like a teaching company. I'm sure you already know this,
Yeah.
but it turned out to be a pyramid scheme. And but that still got my foot into trading. It introduced me to trading. So then I went on to then go onto YouTube, Instagram, look at random videos and try to learn how to trade myself. So I've been trading for 8 years and I've been unprofitable for 6 years. And I only became profitable last year, April 2024.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. 8 years is a long time. You definitely have some really, really good experience. Yeah, that's funny because I also got introduced to trading back in the days. Now I'm trading only crypto, with the same company that you mentioned. So that's funny too. That's funny too. So, what was your trading experience before trading with GoFunded Trading? Because you mentioned that you're profitable since a year. So, what was your path to actually that?
With Goat Funded Trader, I haven't been trading too long with Goat Funded. It's been quite recent. But previously, I've been trading with numerous firms. But when I went on to Goat Funded Trader, one thing I noticed was when your trade executions happen, when you press buy, wherever your spread is, that is exactly where it will trigger you into the market. With a lot of prop firms, what tends to happen is it just like your spread is here, but it will trigger you all the way up there, and it just doesn't make any sense. So that's one thing I noticed with Goat Funded Trader, which I really liked.
Okay, yeah, 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 that's true. That's true. Like most of the prop firms, even if you trade gold, when you place buy, it always move the entry by a couple points. So you're
Yeah.
always, especially if you're maybe if you're a swing trader, it doesn't matter that much because like at the end of the day, couple points doesn't change. But if
Yeah.
you're a scalper, you actually trade with high lot size. That's definitely something that affect your trading
Yeah.
profitability 100%. At the time that you started trading, what was your frustration or your challenges at that time?
I think I still deal with the same problems as I did in my past 8 years of trading. I still struggle with them, and it's things like wanting to succeed very quickly, having that impatience. I've always had that. I always just want to be in a trade because if I'm not in a trade, I think I'm not making money. I know that's not the case. When I'm not taking a trade, it's actually a very good thing. The less trades you take, the better it is. But I still have this impulse to want to be in a trade. I'm still very impatient. I think that's something I really struggle with is impatience. And I think accepting losses, I still struggle with that, but prop firms really help me with that. Because when I trade my own live brokerage money, there's nothing stopping me from blowing the whole account. But when I trade with prop firms, I know that if I have a daily drawdown, I have to stop at a certain point. So it really does help me with my psychology when it comes with prop firms.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Are you also using any database or any trading journal to help you track on that, to help you track on the losses and on the motion that you're trading?
No, I don't journal anything. No.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like from what I saw, like some traders love to have a trading journal, as some traders just have everything in their mind. So I do
Yeah,
think that at the end of the day, you have just to find like the system that it works for you and for your personality.
exactly.
Great. That's great. And beside the spreads, is there any more reason that you choose Ghost Funded Trader as a prop firm?
I well, actually, yes, there is a reason because Edward, the CEO of Goat Funded Trader, I've known him for years. Like I followed him on Instagram for so many years. Back when I first started trading, one of the first few people that I was following on Instagram was Edward. So it was quite interesting that, oh, he's created his own prop firm. So I thought, let me shoot him a message. Let me see if I can try out Go Find a Trader. So yeah, I've just known Edward for quite a while. Like I've seen him on Instagram, so I thought, let me try out his prop firm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. That's great. What was your first impression when you joined Go Funded Trader?
My first impression, I think I was surprised. One thing I would say is I was surprised about the daily profit cap. I've never come across that, but actually that helped me make more money because instead of holding my trades for really long, trying to aim for 5 or 10% just for the trade to reverse and hit my break even or something, I had to take profit at 3%. And that actually helped me be more consistent and make more money. I didn't think that that would happen. First, I was quite annoyed. Like, why do I have to stop at 3%? What? That doesn't make any sense. But it actually helped me in the long run.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, talking about the payout, how much have you withdrawn so far with Go Funded Trader?
I think it's around eight or $9,000 so far.
Okay.
Yeah. I've only had two payouts so far, but it's consistent. I have another 5K payout ready. It's just I'm just waiting for my payout date. So that'll be like 14,000 in total.
Okay. Have you already requested it?
No, I'm waiting. The payout date is very close. It's somewhere in the next week or something.
Okay, okay. So definitely you will have a good week next week.
Yeah, seems
Once
like
it
it.
hits. Yeah. And what was experience like for the payout? Like, was it smooth? Was it fast? How did it went?
I think it was pretty quick. I think it took less than 48 hours and I already received the money. So it was really quick. Yeah, no problems at all.
Okay, okay, love it. And did you encounter any issues or how they were handled by the team?
No, I don't. I haven't had any problems so far. No.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. And beside the spread and the fast payout, what do you think that makes GoFounder Trader stand out compared to the other prep firms that you tried?
Honestly, I feel like they have implemented a strategy where it does prevent people from going crazy and going for big, big payouts, but it's a good thing. It helps the trader actually keep payouts a bit more consistent and a bit more reliable. So I've noticed my consistency on Goat Funded Trader is much better than other prop firms because of some of these limitations, but those limitations are actually there. It seems like to help the trader to, make them a bit more consistent. And I feel like they're doing that really well, keeping traders more consistent.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because as you know, like you already have like a lot of experience in the trading market, so it's not making a big win like this. The thing that make you success at trading is having the constancy. So maybe
Yes.
making a bit less of money, but like keeping the constancy every single month throughout the year. Maybe not of every month, because like it can happen that you have like a losing month. That it's normal, but it's not having a big win that will be changing your life with trading. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that you understand like our approach completely. So overall, you had like almost 14K payouts. What are you doing with those funds? Are you reinvesting into get more capital? Are you using that just to have some fun or like do some expenses?
I don't really have any fun. I pretty much just reinvest everything into buying more challenges and trying to scale my funding.
Okay. Do you have a plan how to scale challenges, or are you following a particular system?
I wouldn't say I'm following a particular system. I pretty much just any payouts that I get, I straight away just buy more challenges with as many prop firms as I can and try to pass them. Just keeping my strategy the same in terms of trading, but I'm just using the money to buy more challenges, just trying to scale my funding as quick as possible. I go with max allocation straight away. I'm pretty much using the money to its advantage as much as I can.
Are you going for like one-step challenges, two-step challenges, or instant founding?
Two step always. I've never been able to do one step and instant funding. It just doesn't work with me. But two step is the best for me.
Okay, you find like that's your balance for your strategy, for your operation. Okay, okay. Yeah, everybody has a different strategy. Most of the people goes for a one step, two step, or three step. Some of the people goes also for the instant founding. Instant founding is a bit tricky because like you get
Yes.
access to the capital right away, but you need also to have a good risk management and a good like psychology to handle like instant
Yeah,
fund. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So that like you're doing a phenomenal job. Like not most of the traders are reinvesting into prop firm and to get more capital, but that's actually the path that you gotta follow if you want to actually level up and start and making more and having more capital to trade with.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've seen some people that get payouts and they just blow it on random things they don't need. They'll just buy a car or just spend it on going to the club or something. And it's like, what are you doing? I say it just doesn't make any sense because that
Yeah.
money's going to run out. And just because you had one big payout doesn't mean you're going to keep getting payouts. You don't know that.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, at the end of the day, consistency beats one-time profit or like one-time payout. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your risk approach that you use to secure your payout?
So with Goat Fund Trader, I pretty much keep my risk just around 1% risk and I aim for the daily profit cap, so 3%. And once I reach like 4 or 5K profit, I pretty much leave the account with Goat Funded. So that's kind of what I do. Just risk like 1%, aim for like 3%, and just do that for like 2, 3 days, and that's it.
Okay, okay, perfect. Do you mind explaining your strategy in TradingView in about 5 minutes?
Yeah, I can do that, no
Yeah,
problem.
you can share your screen whenever you want.
Sure. Yeah, so this is German 40. This is the German index. And basically, what I do is I follow market structure. So as we're printing bullish, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and we're pushing up, what I wait for is London Open typically on German 40. And we see some sort of manipulation on German 40. So right here is London Open, right? And what I do is I use inefficiencies a lot. So some people know that as fair value gaps. So I use that quite a lot. This was a trade in the morning. I didn't personally take this, but it was something that I had my eye on.
Mm-hmm.
So what we had was London opened, and you can see we were moving up, moving up. All of these buyers over here, I expected them to be liquidated because we had this untested inefficiency down here. So once London opened, you can see we straight away manipulate down, and then we come down into this 1 minute inefficiency over here. So once we start rejecting that, you would technically just take a buy and then you would target opposing liquidity. So previous highs. So right here would be a perfect high to take your profit on. And the trade would look something like this, a very quick short trade on just using the London Open volume and manipulation, something like this after this bullish candle closure, after we reject the 1 minute inefficiency, just targeting previous high. And just like that, you can catch a 1 to 5 risk to reward. So it's just a what I do is just follow market structure and using inefficiencies. That's pretty much all I do and just follow market structure. Very simple.
Okay, okay, that's great. So are you always using the 1 minute time frame or you're also doing multi-time frame analysis?
So yeah, I do multi-time frame analysis. It just depends on the type of trade. So for example, on gold, if I bring that up, 1 second. This was a trade that I actually took today. It was these sells on gold. So usually it doesn't really matter about the time frame. Sometimes I use 15 minutes, sometimes hourly. It really just varies. So right here was the trade. We took these sells down to this 30-minute inefficiency. You can see right there.
Hmm?
So we had this 30-minute inefficiency right there. 30-minute fair value gap, as people might say. And what happened in pre-London was that we straight away, like we can see this huge dump. So once we started dumping down, I dropped to the 1 minute. So we can see that we had a big, huge push down and we started breaking structure to the downside. Very simple strategy here. Literally just look, we have a break of structure. We retrace up into a 1 minute inefficiency. So what did I do? I took my sell and that's it. Took a sell right here after we had a bearish candle closure, stop loss above the inefficiency. And I was just targeting the Asian lows. And then when I started seeing how price is moving down, I actually extended my TP down to the 30-minute inefficiency, which was right here. So I was targeting that and I was just following structure. Bearish market structure right here. We just wait for the retracement into a premium area. So that's another thing that I use. When you have a market structure shift like this, you mark out your high and your low. And then you see if your inefficiency is sitting above 50%. So that means it's in a premium zone. If you're trying to sell down here, most likely you're going to lose the trade because price typically retraces up into premium areas before selling off. So we had a nice break of structure, retracement into a premium inefficiency, targeting the opposing liquidity, which was Asian lows, and then further the 30-minute inefficiency below. So very simple textbook trade right here. That's pretty much all I do.
Wow, thanks for the explanation. It was super clear. Like I can see that you really understand your strategy. You already back tested. Like you really have a lot of experience. And also it's good to see that maybe for the same like trade. So for example, for gold, people are having different strategies. For example, you're going into a lower time frame, looking for a fair value gap, for a premium zone, break of structure. And yeah, like because I also did some payouts with GoFunded Trader, but I was more into a high time frame break and retest and discount zone with gold. So
Yeah.
it's lovely to see that even with different approach, different trading styles, you can also get the similar result. I wasn't getting this risk reward. I gotta say, I was more into a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, but definitely this is really really a good explanation. Do you also have any trade that you can break down that you used for your payout?
Oh, that was quite a while ago. I can look at the date of the trade. I can look at the date of the trade and I can go right back to it. So I took a good one on 20th of November, and that was on, let's see, what pair was that? Gold. Okay. So it was a gold sell on the 20th November. So this was the trade taken on my Goat Funded Trader account. We were basically in pre-London. We can see that in Asian session, we were very bearish. And then when we were coming close to pre-London Open at 7 a.m. UK time, Asian session had closed and we were near the bottom of the Asian range and we were printing bearish, breaking structure to the downside. So that's kind of what I was just doing. I was just following market structure. So we were breaking this low over here. And then over here, we can see we push down again. We
Yeah.
break this low. So then what I'm looking at is once we break the low, I just mark out my inefficiency. So on the 3 minute time frame, we had this 3 minute right here. And it was at 6.2, my entry. Yeah, literally 6.2 right there. And my stop loss was just above the high. And I was targeting the Asian lows. And that's it. I risked 1% on this trade and I got a 1 to 3 risk reward. Very simple, just targeting the Asian lows, just following market structure. That's all. And that was the 3% made on this trade on my GoFunded account.
Wow, that's great. That looks like a playbook setup, like a perfect setup. Also loved how you explained and also like the different times, the different time frame that you used. That's great. That's great. Yeah, most people wouldn't enter in that zone, but you choose like the best entry setup that you can hold. And also the take profit was perfect because like he hit your take profit, swept a bit the low of the Asian session, and then he went straight back up. So that's a great trade. That's a good trade.
Yeah, so honestly, when well, I call it the Z flow strategy, it's the trading model that I use now. It's just how I go about following markets. So I'm just following market structure. You can see we're breaking lower, and then we break lower again, and then we have this 3 minute inefficiency in a premium. This is the crucial thing. From this high to this low, when you mark it out on the fib, you can see that this inefficiency sits exactly above 50%. So that's perfect. It's premium, it's broken structure to the downside. We have Asian low as your liquidity, and that's it. You just follow structure and you just follow the flow of the market. So yeah, very, very clean trade. I love these types of trades.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for sharing a bit more information and showing you how the strategy works. I do think it's like a pretty good strategy and you master it. Like also the payout shows the proof about that too. And what are your goals now? Do you want to scale further with GoFundMe Trader?
If you allow me to, then yes, if there's more funding that I can have, I think I'm currently 100K funded. If I can have more, then yeah, definitely. But yeah, my plan is to always keep scaling to the max. Whatever the max I can get anywhere, I try to max out everything.
Yeah, that's great, Zamco. And what's your advice for you will give a trader who wants to start trading or start considering GoFundMe Trader?
Well, for a trader that wants to start trading, I think the best thing that they could do is to understand who they are as a person. So understand your personality, understand your strengths and weaknesses, understand your temperaments, your tendencies. What type of person are you? Because that will dictate the type of trader you become. If you're a very, very patient person, generally in life, you might be great at swing trading. I'm very impatient, so I do day trading. So this is why you have to understand your personality type and then cater your trading towards that. Why would you then start learning to trade, trying to learn how to be a scalper when you haven't even understood that you're not that type of person? You're probably better suited to swing trading. So first understand who you are as a person and find a strategy that complements your personality. I think that's the first crucial step that you can do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like also like find what your personality is and also looking for a strategy that actually fit what's your personality.
Yes,
For example, you
exactly.
are more into a scalper. I'm more into a swing trader because like I prefer having more time to take a
Yeah,
look at things, to understand it. But like, at the end of the day, it's like just finding a balance and just finding what works for you as a trader. Everybody is
exactly.
different. Everybody has different needs. But yeah, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to be profitable for the long run.
Exactly.
If you code back, would you still choose Gold Funded Trader again?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? As long as you follow the rules, you get paid. I have no problems.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So thank you, Zamco, for sharing your story. It was really, really inspiring. Thank you also for sharing how you view the chart and what's your actually trading strategy look like. I'm definitely excited to have you on another call again where, from your next payout.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime you let me know, I'll be there.
Thank you and have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Bye.